She got selected this year, All India rank 4 to 9. She's our classroom student of 18-19. Now every success has its own the story, and एक अच्छी story सबकी होती है. I have put some questions on the board and she'll be answering them one by one. और सबसे important इस preparation की journey में एक self belief, discipline and how do you persevere the journey is something that has to be discussed and has to be shared with.
My association with Edge IA started in the year 2018, soon after I finished my graduation. Thereafter, the support that I received from Edge, all the mentors that were present there had really helped me create that basic foundation, and the base became quite clear, from which I was able to build myself further high. The study should be personalized. You need to know what is working out for you and what is not working out for you. So it took me some time, but mainly the help from the mentor was crucial in this aspect in order to decide what was wrong and what was right. Also, the mentors told us about the sources that we can refer. Basic, you start with the NCRTs to build that foundation. Each subject, it depends. Like if you do not have basics of polity, then you start with the polity NCRT. So you have NCRTs for all the subjects.
Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. So we have Nadia Abdul Rashid. So Nadia is she got selected this year with rank of All India rank 4 to 9. She's our classroom student of 18-19, and she has got selected second time. Now her journey has been very eventful in terms of the reason I'm telling is that you persevere and you dedicate the effort, and eventually the success come. Now every success has its own the story, and एक अच्छी story सबकी होती है. So I want Nadia to share some the journey, the input. I have put some questions on the board, and she'll be answering them one by one. And also all the future aspirants जो तैयारी कर रहे हैं, what thing they should keep in mind when they are traversing this journey. और सबसे important इस preparation की journey में एक self belief, discipline and how do you persevere the journey is something that has to be discussed and has to be shared with. और ये journey बहुत realistic कैसे हो? Let's not today we live in era of technology. बहुत सारा FOMO है, technological advantage है. That's a good thing as well, but it has its own challenges as well. How do you handle that? So maybe we'll ask her to answer those things as well. And जो future aspirants हैं, how should they traverse the journey so that, and how to manage the plethora of sources, all those things Nadia will going to answer. And I'm sure the inputs will help you in your journey eventually. Okay, so thank you Nadia for giving the time, and your insights will help the aspirants. So I put the questions on board and we'll take one by one and you can answer them.
So, hi everybody. My name is Nadia, as mentioned. My association with Edge IA started in the year 2018, soon after I finished my graduation. So, the meeting was quite accidental. Me and my father was hunting for some institutes here because I come from a science background and humanities subjects were a little difficult for me to comprehend and do it on my own. So, we were just roaming around, going through a lot of coaching centers, and getting to Edge was quite accidental. And it was a funny story also, which I had told sir. And thereafter, the support that I received from Edge, all the mentors that were present there, who had really helped me create that basic foundation, and the base became quite clear, from which I was able to build myself further high. Otherwise, what happens mainly is, like sir said, there's a plethora of information. You get information everywhere. So, knowing what is wrong and what is right is difficult now because many people have their own journeys, and the study should be personalized. You need to know what is working out for you and what is not working out for you. So, it took me some time, but mainly the help from the mentors was crucial in this aspect in order to decide what was wrong and what was right. So it has been a very long journey for me, and like sir has mentioned, I will be answering some of the questions. But before that, I would like to put a disclaimer. This is my journey. This is what has been suitable for me. So there are a lot of aspects due to which I have chosen the things that I have done, and it might not be the same for everybody. So instead of blindly following what I'm saying, it should you should actually see what is not working out for you and what is working out for you, and give more time for what is not working out for you, and what works out for you, good. So you don't have to spend a lot of time on that. And before you start the preparation, always go through the syllabus in depth and also the PYQs. That would help you go a long way. So we'll start with the questions.
Yeah. So the first question, Nadia, is about the sources. Now, let's say you're a beginner.
Yes.
So how do you start as a beginner?
So for me, it was quite difficult because nobody in our family had written this exam before, and the syllabus itself is very vast, and a lot of humanities subjects was there. I did BTech Computer Science, so very basic concepts I was unaware of, like what is Lok Sabha, how do you elect people from Lok Sabha. So for me personally, classrooms helped me in understanding concepts really well. For some people, it might be just self study, reading books might help them. But for me, it was the classrooms. And the classrooms which I attended in IAS Edge, they were very small classrooms, only 20 to 30 students. So you get that personalized attention also. That helped me a lot. And I used to sit in the front and I used to ask questions without any hesitation. It might be very stupid. The students used to laugh also, but I just went ahead and asked. And that helped me create the base which I needed. And that I feel like, yeah. And also the mentors told us about the sources that we can refer. Basic, you start with the NCRTs to build that foundation. And each subject, it depends. Like if you do not have basics of polity, then you start with the polity NCRTs. So you have NCRTs for all the subjects. And if you are a student who's already in 11th and 12th, so you can just focus on what you're doing now. That would help you go a long way. And the newspapers, although our mentors used to ask us to read, it was quite difficult to comprehend the newspapers in the beginning. But after Pramod sir had taken some economic classes, so many of the terms became very easy to understand what they meant by repo rate, reverse repo rate, which was very difficult in the beginning. But now, after that, it became very comparatively easier. And after you finish your NCRTs and you get the notes, for me, it was a notes from the coaching institute, which I still follow. And that helped me too. And you also have some basic texts. Like for history, I followed Spectrum. And for geography, it was basically the NCRTs. Yeah, only that. Yeah, I followed the old NCRT for ancient history. And medieval also, I did go through the old NCRT once. I created a note. So after that, I only refer to the notes. I don't go through the text again. So the notes I made very comprehensive. So I don't have to go through the text. That time you could save if you create notes.
Regarding answer writing, how did you start when you began?
So answer writing, I think before we started doing prelims tests, here the answer writing only we used to do. After each class, we were given some questions and we used to write the answers. So, mm, like I said, I have to go to the background again. I come from BTech, so you don't have proper answer writing there. You don't have introduction. You don't have to write conclusion. It is just basic points that you need to write. That had to change for me. So that was a lot of help was given by the mentors here. Optional. Oh. Optional, because mine was computer science, that is not available for UPSC. So I just started going through the optionals available for UPSC, and it's alphabetical. So I came across anthropology. I found the syllabus very interesting. So I wanted to know about the uh, topics that were written in anthropology. Like I had that curiosity within me. So that is how I chose anthropology. And later on, I got to know its scoring, and there are a lot of sources available online. So it helped me. But still, after like if you give 2, 3 attempts, and people tend to be very confused about optional, like they feel like I should change this, I'm not scoring well. But for me, that curiosity and that interest in subject allowed me to go with the same optional only. Right, right. Yeah.
Guy. I'm thin in noise. To understand right.
Right.
With the right board. Here, what do you suggest? Especially not specifically studying in coaching notes. What do you suggest that once the basics are it, how should we do webbing fiction and how should it we take up the preparation next?
Right. So we should also see there are a lot of institutes now, and they are trying their level best to survive also. So that is why they come up with a lot of new initiatives, which they say we have a mentorship program, or we have that for people who have not cleared prelims for the past 2 years, we have a different program. People who have not cleared it for 3 years, they have a different program. So they're trying to stay afloat, I feel like. So we need to identify where they are coming from and what we want. So for me, I was very clear when I started the journey only. I was very sure about very limited number of sources. So I used to, even if it's a test series, I never used to give a different institutes test series. Yeah, yeah, mainly. Right,
One person writing it.
right.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Petition and revision.
true.
That is the common
Yes,
box.
true. After you have the foundation, those notes, you just have to keep adding. And you get a lot of, like in newspapers only, you get a lot of stats if you want. Some magazines you might get. If you're reading a book, you might get. And also, when you read the economic survey, which is every year, you get a lot of graphs and you'll get a lot of diagrams from that. Yeah, so that could help in value addition.
Prepared. She separate. It's like plug and play. Who have some things. Where- how- how-
So, as of now, I've given 2 mains. So, the first mains, I got
Even 2 mains and that 2 6.
I was lucky. There is luck factor also in that. So, in the first mains, I got 398, I think, 390s. And the second mains, I got 414 marks. So, the main differences that I did was for each answer, I tried to bring in a uh, particular stat or some kind of information that is very particular instead of writing general and vague sentences. So I try to cut down on the general and vague sentences as much as possible. I try to put in information which is very relevant to that content. And I also try to bring in diagrams. Diagrams can be a maps, it can be a graphs, it can be pie charts, it can be so many things that helps the person who's correcting the answers to, it becomes very easier for them to understand what I'm trying to convey. And the second thing I did was I started writing conclusions for everything. Although there are different opinions on this, what I feel is conclusions and introduction gives a completion to that particular question. Like, what are you trying to say? What do you think is the way forward, or what do you think is the scenario right now, and how it can improve in the future? So, if you're able to give that kind of an what do you say, a sentence at the end, it helps a long way. So, this time when I wrote the mains, I used to write the conclusions first, even if I didn't get the time for body, and then later on I went and wrote the body. So I think maybe that helped as well. And in ethics also, I was able to get more marks this time. So in ethics also, I tried to bring in a lot of quotations and quotes and writers, and also the main the principles or those thinkers, and also some diagrams in ethics also help.
But you were in service while like
So I took EOL, and then I was, yes.
the newspapers. So what should the approach?
So, newspaper, we cannot sit and read the whole newspaper because there are a lot of unnecessary and useless information in it. So, we need to check the syllabus first. That is why I told you in the beginning, understanding the syllabus is really important. And also, when you go through the previous year question paper, we get to know what are the important topics from which the questions are asked. That would help in reading the newspaper really well. And editorials will help you in writing answers. It's actually an expanded form of the answer. They give an introduction, they give you the body, they give you some stats, they give you the points, and then they conclude the editorial. So it helps. You can pick up any newspaper. Indian Express and Hindu worked for me. Hindu is a bit complicated to understand, whereas Indian Express is easier for understanding. So that helped. And also, like I said, if your foundation and base is set, then understanding is also becomes easier.
What I share. I limited.
Right.
So I just on based on like
Right.
explain section again based on theory.
True.
That be the two mostly
Yes.
partners. You follow this or
True. If you, like, for example, if there's something on Russia and Ukraine, there might be editorials which might be saying the same thing. So you do not have to read those editorials again and again because it's the same information they're conveying. So you can save your time that way also.
So, but that is the journey. So, if you have kind of learned in the past,
Yeah.
yeah.
One important thing is whoever comes to write this exam, we expect to clear in the first attempt and in the first year. When that does not happen, we fall quite into a deep pit, and it's very difficult for us to climb out of that pit. During those times, you need self belief, determination, yes, but there are some external factors that help you. Those are your friends and your family. If they're really supportive, that helps. It helps you go a long way. And also the mentors that would help you get to know what went wrong and where. So, although it took me 3 attempts to clear prelims is always really scary for me. But what I used to do was the first 2 times when I didn't clear prelims, I started giving mains test series just to make sure that if, yeah, my mains is ready. So that is important. So these three, they are the 3 pillars who are important for you.
You already answered it. Pardon that. What and I right
Right.
button like was right based and negative.
True.
Maybe just
So the mentors at IA's Edge, I am still in contact with them as I was from 2018-19. And for me, mentors have always played a very important role in my preparation. It's my mentors and the friends who have helped me go through this way, yeah, in the journey. So mentors would help you reduce a lot of time that you're taking. They'll narrow things down for you, and we just have to cancel out all the noise and then listen to them and try focusing on the process. And yes, maybe you're not able to clear it this time or next time, but if you keep that strong determination, you would be able to clear it. And there is an aspect of luck also, sir. We cannot just say that hard work will get you there. But yeah, if all these things align, then the journey is also very important because it helps your personality develop to quite a bit extent. Because if you become successful on your first try, a lot of things that you're messing out, yeah, yes, failures help you live the life properly is what I feel. So my failures have helped me quite a bit. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.